Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to Parque Fernando here in Hunter Call of the Wild with me, cwattyeso. And we're picking up where we left off at the end of the last video. I've had my night's sleep in this little cabin. I've now got to go to the west shore of Lago Peron, which apparently is 846 metres away. This woman here... Hey, where's my meat gone? I knew we should have shut the blooming door. Somebody's half-inched it. Someone's half-inched my venison. Oh, blooming pumas. Or maybe the deer reclaimed it in the night to give their fallen comrade a proper burial somewhere. Honestly, it's the stuff of nightmares, being trampled to death in your sleep by angry deer, vengeful deer. Well, I certainly shot a lot of them in the last video. Oh, and that's the thing, yes. Since the last video, I have kind of changed my loadout a bit. I am rocking, yeah, the rangefinder. We know that. We know we have a rangefinder. Put it away. We have the 7mm. Oh, 7mm. Ooh, 7mm goodness. We then have... Ow, shotgun. 12 gauge pump action. Ow, Blasterson. And I'm rocking the 30-30 with some True Vision sights at the moment as an alternative to the 270. I've never really used the lever action rifles when I've played this game.
Animals, so I always apply the sniff test. If the droppings are fresh, your game is close by. But if you find all the droppings, that animal is long gone, and you should look for a more recent trail.
Yeah, kind of know that. Obviously, I'm still rocking the 357. I could have bought the 44 Magnum for 24,000. But again, I want to make sure I've got weapons that are ethical for every animal on the map. That's right, I am trying to hunt ethically, and I do try to hunt ethically, despite the fact that obviously the game at this point in time kind of doesn't reward you for that. Now things will change, because the lions are being released on Tuesday the 5th of February, as I record this video. So in a couple of days' time, we get the lion update, which also has things like the spine shot update and the changes to the quick kill mechanics in the system. Which means now, for people like me who shoot a lot of animals in the body area, we should hopefully get 100% quick kills and that way then we get maximum trophies. Makes sense, doesn't it? Oh, excuse me, I felt that sneeze coming on. I was trying to see if I could stifle it or move it, but I couldn't, sadly. So yes, people like me who go for a lot of body shots and, you know, hunt the proper way in-game, don't really get rewarded for doing so. Ever since the game came out, pretty much it's kind of trained and forced players into using the going for the spine shot on animals and hitting the spine, which again, despite what some people argue, the spine shot is a hell of a lot easier to hit in this game than, you know, a double lung. Just look where the spine is on most of the animals. You can hit that very, very easy. There's not a whole lot of, you know, animal to go to get to the spine. It's especially if you're at a slight angle and you're aiming sort of down at the animal, you know, you can hit the spine because it's really just under the skin, just under the surface on said animals. So you can hit that with any weapon in the game. You don't have to worry about penetration and, you know, getting through a lot of bone or you know, shoulder blades, things like that. See, that was a shot. And that animal's running. That will change. I think that's a pretty decent hit. That was a pretty, looked like a vital hit. Bleed rate medium, so it ain't gonna run far. And that's our first kill with the 30-30. But this won't be 100% quick kill. Pretty certain of it. But on Tuesday it will. So yeah. And I've obviously been having quite a lot. Yeah, say 46% look. After the update that will be 100%. So that score will be better. That'll be better. That'll be better. Thank you. You know, I hit that. That was fairly close. It was 23 meters away. I've hit it with the 30-30, with, you know, polymer tip rounds, double lunged it. We even got the liver, you know, so 3 vital organs there. And we get fobbed off. Yet, if I shot it in the back, which was an easier shot, unless you go here and you hit shoulder blades, but I could shoot it in the flipping tail, and I'd get instant kill. And I'd get 100% quick kill, and I would have been given the best rating, which is just rubbish. So yeah, the game doesn't actually encourage you to be an ethical hunter. And that's why I was kind of having a talk on the Steam forums in the beta feedback post about the fact that basically because of that, when I'm not doing this video series, when I'm not recording this Let's Play, I just go out here and basically blast whatever animals I can see. I do not give a flip about the score because you're going to get ripped off anyway by the score. So if you only want to level up, get the experience points, get to level 60, rather than worrying too much about the score, just go for quantity. You're going to make far more XP and money in the long run just killing tons of animals than you are by picking that 1 or 2 shots, you know? And worrying too much about, you know, what animals you're shooting, where you're shooting it, and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I was like, God, and I don't know whether it's a language barrier with some of the people on these on like Steam forums and that, but they really weren't conclusive. They like just wouldn't either understand what I was conveying and what I was messaging, and they constantly repeating this, complaining about the same thing, and it's like, dude, I'm not saying, you know, completely the opposite of what I was saying. And even though I posted several times clarifying what I meant, they still just didn't seem to grasp what I was saying. And then things started getting a bit heated in the comment section because of that, the language barrier stuff, and these people started like trying to patronise me a bit. And, you know, I'm too old to be getting into arguments with children on the internet, you know. I backed away from one argument on Christmas Day of all days, just recently, in Farming Simulator, when someone was trying to argue how the seed and how fertilisers, sprayers and stuff work. And even though the game, when you look at the game engine and the game files, it clearly shows you. how they work, and the fact that they calculate fertilizer and stuff, spraying usage, based on a constant flow rate, litres per second. So it doesn't matter how big the machine you're using is, how fast you go or how slow you go. The only thing, you know, the usage rate on the machine is based on a constant. How fastly that fertilizer or herbicide or whatever can flow out of the machine. So what you discovered was, if you used a 30 metre wide sprayer on a field, as opposed to a 10 metre wide sprayer, you would use less fertiliser. And this person just wouldn't grasp it. And he was arguing the toss, and in the end I was like, no, I'm holding my hands up, I'm backing away. I don't want my Christmas day ruined by having an argument with a child on the internet. And that's exactly where I got to this morning on this post on the Steam forums. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to argue with an idiot. I was told a long time ago, never, ever, ever enter an argument with an idiot. Because they grind you down and they beat you with experience. So I actually put that as my final comment on the post, that, you know, I was done, I'm out, I'm not going to bash my head against the brick wall anymore. You know, definition of insanity and all that business. You know, bashing my head against the brick wall, doing the same thing multiple times. And expecting different results and all that malarkey. So I was done with the conversation, I was leaving. And then, like I say, I finished it with that, you know, don't enter an argument with an idiot because they grind you down and beat you with experience line. The person who the comment was aimed at immediately come back and replies, yeah, well, you ain't got no experience. And I'm just sat there thinking, proves my point, they can't fucking read and understand. They cannot read and understand a damn thing. I want you... Oh, wrong button. Now I've got to remember what my crouch key is. That one. Right, let's try and focus on the hunting a bit. Got him. And he's down. Woohoo! Yeah, baby! So yeah. Consider that my wise tip for the day, people, you know? Especially on the internet where a lot of people tend to get triggered and get a bit arsey in comments sections and chat rooms and stuff like that. Always bear in mind, people, that you never ever want to enter into an argument with an idiot. Because they will grind you down and they will beat you with the experience. Now, it makes a change for me, actually, to be here in Hunter Call of the Wild, because I have just spent the weekend up till now. It is the weekend for me. It is 3rd of February or whatever it is. So yeah, Lions does release in 2 days, so we haven't got to wait too much longer for the changes to the kill system and whatever bug fixes they offer as well in that. It's going to be gravy, as they say in the trade. It's going to be gravy. But I have been playing some Hunter Classic. Now, again, it's not something I really advise too much, because it is obviously the service game service version of Call of the Wild. It's the game that predated this one. It came out obviously quite a few years ago now, and it's a little bit. As I say, it was released as a game, so you have to actually pay real money to play it. If you want to hunt all the reserves, unlike in Call of the Wild where you just buy the DLC, you have to buy like a yearly subscription to the game. And like in Call of the Wild here, to unlock new weapons.
A young lady named Beatriz Cabrera to lead this hunting party. Beatriz is a gaucha, born and raised on the land, tougher than most men, and the apple of my nephew Vicente's eye. I taught Beatriz to shoot myself, so the party will be in good hands. In case she needs anything, I gave her your number. If she reaches out, help her if you have the time.
Okay. So yes, as I was saying, in Call of the Wild, you earn cash in-game, obviously, you earn experience in-game, and you use that to obviously buy new weapons and equip them as you unlock them and they become available. In Hunter Classic, you have to buy the weapons with real money. You know, they're like, you know, EA's loot boxes, you know. Think of EA's loot boxes, microtransactions. That's the Hunter Classic. And to be honest, I'm not a big fan of it. I'm also not a big fan of having certain elements in Hunter Classic, like the fact that it lacks the freedom to let you hunt with whatever weapons you like. You can only shoot specific animals with specific weapons. And if you try to break from that, I have an antler rattler. Did. I'd like to bag a red deer. I've not bagged a red deer yet. Where have you gone, Mr. Red Deer? I probably, again, I've said this time throughout the series so far, and no doubt at some stage people are going to start screaming at me in the comments, dude, get a new mouse. Because yeah, my right mouse button has some issues. You probably noticed that a couple of times when I go to aim weapons, it kind of does that. It doesn't recognise that I'm still pressing the right mouse button down, so I have to release it and try again. So yeah, it's why I get a bit twitchy sometimes with the binoculars and the weapons. Not my intention. As I say, it's a Razer Naga mouse which I've had since 2011, and it's probably seen better day. Oh, you would walk behind the tree, wouldn't you? I'm wondering if I got screwed over then by the tree hitboxes. We'll soon have a look. Yeah, because trees can block bullets in this game. Don't know whether you've come across that issue a lot. But yeah, trees can block bullets. Now, the fact I didn't see Mr. Deer running, unless he did so right down by the water's edge, would mean likelihood is I have shot him. So yeah, Call of the Wild Hunter Classic. Although it's nice the fact that it's got way more animals to hunt than Call of the Wild, it's got a lot more maps and reserves to hunt than Call of the Wild. The fact that it's an ongoing thing, and anytime you want anything, you have to buy it with real money, is a bit of a drawback. And the reason I played it this weekend was because there's an event currently in Call of the Wild. On one of the maps, the devs introduced a new animal quite a long time ago, the grey wolf. And when they introduced it, they kind of messed up the population on the map a bit, because the wolves are like everywhere. They are, you know, flipping hundreds of them. As a downside to that, the other animals on the map, the elks, the deer, stuff like that, don't spawn as much, so their population has gone down. So a lot of people felt that the wolves broke the map, and it's been like that for apparently quite a while, and people kind of stopped playing the map as much because looking for big trophy animals like, you know, your elks and your deer and your grizzly bears and stuff was very frustrating, because all you saw everywhere was wolves. So what Expansive Worlds have done, the people behind Hunter Classic and the people behind this game.
Set up your decoys, load up your birdshot, and give the cinnamon teal a call. It's that easy. They're beautiful birds, but not that bright. The males are easy to spot. Just look for their bright cinnamon-colored bodies.
Okay, so we've got ducks or teal on this map. So what they've decided to do, they've kind of made a competition for the players of Hunter Classic, in which we have until the end of February to kill 50,000 wolves as a collective player base. If we achieve that, what they're going to do is they're going to decrease the wolf population by 50% on that map, and they're going to boost the other animals by the same percentage, which should hopefully make that map great again. Look at that quick kill. See, I got it there. I only got single lung there. Oh no, I did get a bit of double lung. There's my first ever red deer, and he's a gold. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful red deer. So there's an incentive. You know, obviously they realise it's bugged. The game is bugged. Or that map is bugged. They've messed up with the population file a long time ago. They're going to finally get round to fixing it, but they've decided to have a bit of fun with the community first and give the community a chance to not only earn some in-game rewards, like there's a special gun you can get to qualify for the event and the prizes. You have to kill 25 wolves. That's the only requirement. You have to go out there and personally kill 25 wolves to qualify and be entered into the event, which I've done. I got 30 wolves. I killed 30 wolves, so I'm quite happy. I'm going to get a new gun and a bunch of other rewards. The community as a whole is currently sitting on 44,000 kills. They've really gone at it hard in the couple of days that this event has been open and running for, when it opened. So the fact that we've got until the end of February, I think we're going to smash the 50,000 target, and it's going to be interesting to see actually what we end up with. But it got me thinking, I would love to see things like that in Call of the Wild. Events like that where we have to kill. I know we've got like the Hunt Club beta, but there's nothing in the Hunt Club beta at the minute, which is a shame. Oh dear, it's trolling me. Because again, there are certain things on these maps that are need a bit of a fix. You are a Puma, so you're gonna get down with oh, what's that? Pumas don't die properly. Oh, have you noticed that? Set up the hunting location. Now, I didn't bring any decoys or anything with me. And I hope that wasn't an actual requirement of the mission. If it was, perhaps you should have given me some decoys? I'm pretty sure I'm not carrying any. Nope. I didn't think of that when I came down here. Oh, the lady's not too disappointed in me. I didn't plan to be planting duck decoys. We've got a male Puma. Hello, Mr. Puma. Hello, Puma. 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 Again, people, I've watched other YouTubers playing this game, you know, and the English players, I mean, a guy like Thooster, who does a lot of Call of Duty videos, the people in his comment section go quite mental over his pronunciation of Puma, because he pronounces it Puma, because it's a P and it's a U, so it makes a pew sound. It's a P and a U, so it's P, it's pew, and then M and A, Puma, Puma. Sound it out, Americans, sound it out. Yet you say poo, as in the stuff that comes out your bottom. And you think that's the correct way to pronounce it. And there's a reason why the English make fun of the Americans for not speaking English. It's why they have to remove certain letters from our words in their own dictionary, because otherwise they can't, you know, it just completely baffles them. You know, they have to put Z's in words which should have S's. They take U's out of words that should have words like, you know, colour. And they put different letters into words that don't need them, like sugar. You know, you change the A to an E, because again, you're Oh,
I
hello.
try to place those in a natural grouping. Thank you.
Hola, Shea Beatriz aka Chinita here. Carolina mentioned me as. My family and I work at
Now
a
we have an
estancia.
urgent problem. The fan belt on the generator that powers the lodge site is busted. Perhaps it was sabotaged by an energy salesman. I'll worry about that. You worry about getting the power back on so the crew can continue working.
Okay, power back on. But right now,
Unfortunately, we are a long way from the nearest hardware store. But as we say, lo atamos con alambre. You know, improvise, like MacGyver. Try salvaging a fan belt from the site mark on your Hunter made. That's an old excavator left behind by a mining operation decades ago.
okay, fix the generator, get the power back on. But your friend Beatrice is texting me. She's trying to, you know, get a bit of a rep going, you know. You know, she's recognised my skills and the fact that I am a hot, single young guy. And she's probably trying to start making a move on me. But I work at her estancia. Oh, I love estancia. Estancia Lapacho. Woohoo! Farming sim shout out there. We're a traditional gauchos, you might say. And the thing is, we gauchos have a challenge for you. Take down an animal with a handgun and they'll recognise your skill. I've got to shoot an animal with my 357. I don't need to have that as my active mission because that's a side mission. We will go for the salvage operation. Find the abandoned tractor. Ooh, are you angry? Come on then. Come on then. Think I'm scared of you, pussycat? I've got a Bengal laid on the bed right beside me as I'm recording this. I ain't afraid of that. I definitely ain't afraid of you, Mr. Puma. Oh, mating call. What are you gonna do? Fight me? Or make love to me? I'll try and figure out where he is. He spots me before I spot him. I could be in trouble. Because he'll probably sneak up on me and bite me in the backside. Because that's what they're like. I bet he's run off. Run. Yeah, he's fleeing. I wish you would say fleeing. If they have spotted me and are making a hasty retreat. That's the one thing I do like about Hunter Classic. When you investigate tracks there, it does tend to have a few more words. Which better describe what the animal's actually doing, so you can kind of tell if you've spooked it or not. Got some drop-ins just now. Thing is, I don't actually have like a caller. Do I? That's the downside. I haven't got the predator caller yet. I've only got the coyote fox caller thing. I haven't unlocked the one that does like the big predators yet, the bears and stuff. There's no way for me to, at this point in time, encourage Mr. Puma to come and have an investigation into me. But taking down a Puma with a 357 would be very good to knock off Beatrix's achievement. Also, we're looking for this excavator thing. And that's a big boy. 97 kilos. I won't want that thing swinging off my neck. Oh, hello. You ever here? Can hear it. You'd think a bright yellow animal would stick out, wouldn't you? Did you get this way, perhaps? He did, and he was running. I reckon he's made a beeline for the door. He realises he doesn't want none of this. He doesn't want any of me. I wonder if I can lure it in with a different call. Use some scent mask. I think that's the wrong caller. Don't have the Predator one equipped. Where is Mr. Puma? I'm not going all the way down there. My objective's kind of in this direction. We'll definitely keep our eyes peeled. And we'll keep our gun close at hand. I've got 6 bullets in it. I've got a full chamber. But we're going to get on with the objectives. Because the objectives will give us a trophy lodge. Now, I don't know how good the trophy lodge is in Parque Fernando, whether it's... I doubt it'll be as fully functioned as the trophy lodges in Hunter Classic, but one can only hope one day we do get that feature in this game, because that would be awesome. Being able to actually take your trophies and put them on the wall, back in a lodge. It would be fantastical. I mean, I don't have to shoot a puma with the handgun, of course. I could shoot a deer, I could shoot a duck. You know, pretty much anything goes on this map, I think. I couldn't understand why it was getting so dark. It's only 9 AM. I appreciate the fact I'm not being very sneaky and stealthy, but you've got to cover quite a bit of area to do these objectives. And if I didn't walk, we'd be here all day, travelling to these places. I don't use the ATVs because they make way too much noise. Quite literally, way too much noise. They are so loud. They're louder than all the other in-game sounds. And it messes up when you're recording videos and stuff, having stuff that's just not at the same volume as everything else in-game. Plus, like I say, it scares the animals no end. The spook range on an ATV is ginormous. Bit like the backpacks, which is another reason why I don't use backpacks in the game. Because how much noise and visibility they generate, it's unrealistic and ridiculous. And if you had a backpack, what would you do with it anyway? You'd just carry more useless bump, wouldn't you? I mean, I'm carrying 4 weapons now, which is probably incredibly unrealistic, especially as it's 2 rifles and a big shotgun. I don't know too many hunters that would carry that much big gunnage when they go on a hunt. But I feel if I was unable to take crossbows and compound bows as well, it'd be kind of just taking the mick a bit. Especially on the couple of occasions where you do see your character in the third person in game, you wouldn't see all these guns sticking out of his backpack. It's like, I don't know how he's folded them up and got them in there. Unless the backpacks are like magically enchanted, or they're like Doctor Who's TARDIS. And because I've walked all this way without really having me hunter mate up, I don't know if I've missed any points of interest where I could have got some free XP. So far, all the ones I've found though have been hunting stands. Bleh, rubbish. $500 to go. And if you think this is a long walk, you should have watched my, as I say, my Hunter Classic hunt that I did yesterday. I spent the whole day doing. I covered 200 kilometres in that one hunt on foot, walking up and down this river on the map, shooting wolves. I basically just kept doing a big circuit. I'd go down, start in the northwest of the map, follow the riverbank down, basically hunting any animals I came across as I went. So I got a good mixture of elk, mule deer, grizzly bears, wolves. And then once I got to the bottom, or once I got to the bit where the river branched into like a Y, I followed it back up to the northeast of the map, because that was quite close to my lodge. And then from there, I just started again. Walked across the map, picked the river back up in the northeast, and just kept doing the cycle. As I say, in one hunt, I covered 200 kilometres on foot. It's a lot. You'd get an achievement for that in Call of the Wild. There would. There'd be a trophy or something for it. On Steam, or if you're an Xbox PS4 guy, you'd get a trophy. And if you're a PS4 guy, it's probably only a bronze. Because, you know, ridiculous achievements like that, which are quite hard to do normally, are normally bronzes. Instead of being golds, you know. But I'm getting onto a different subject now. I haven't played on console for a long time. I keep occasionally firing up my Vita and doing a bit of remote play late at night if I can't sleep and I'm laid in bed and I can't quite sleep, and I'll jump in and play a bit of Call of the Wild on PS4. But I don't know whether it's because I haven't played it so long. Again, I haven't played on console for about the same period of time as I hadn't played on PC. So this DLC came out and I've not really done anything with it.
There's an easy trick to hunting water buffalo that a surprising number of people miss. Water buffalo love water. If any guest ever asks you where to find them, send them to the lakes and swamps. Water buffalo are vital for containing uncontrolled vegetation growth in the reserve, especially during wet seasons. And their meat, fantastic. Our local beef is world class, but if you ask me, I still prefer buffalo.
Okay, you like buffalo. Not a big fan of beef myself, but hey, whatever floats your boat. But yeah, I haven't played on PS4 either since this reserve came out. And having started playing this again on PC, and doing the Lion videos the other weekend and doing a couple of videos now here on this reserve, it got me, you know, it got me into that feeling again.
You are now near the first site where I plan to build the lodge, but my nephew convinced me to select a more central location. He was right, I think, but it's more difficult to get supplies to the middle of the reserve. Case in point, now.
So, like I say, I started playing it on Vita, and I don't know whether it was just this map, when they released this DLC, it's created bugs in the game that they as yet haven't fixed, and hopefully maybe Tuesday's update might do that. But one of the things I noticed on the PS4 version is that every time I log into a reserve, and I'm currently on the Leighton Lakes district, because again I'm pretty much starting that on console from scratch. So I was pretty much on console around about the same sort of progression level as I am here on PC. But on console, on the PS4 version, every time I log into the game now, the first thing I get greeted by when I log in is a prompt to go and buy the DLC, even though I already own it. And I have to dismiss that. But then when I actually click continue and I spawn into game, the first thing the game does is tell me that I've completed mission A, mission B, mission C, mission D, and mission D, and it starts giving me loads of new missions. I haven't actually completed any missions. Yeah, I look at my codex now, and there's missions on there that I definitely have never done. For people I have never ever had any kind of interaction with in game. Yeah, apparently I've completed them. Like the famous Mr. Black bear mission. Apparently I've, according to the codex, I've either taken a photo of Mr. Black or I've killed him. But I certainly haven't done either. In fact, I've still got some missions in my active section of my mission log
You should see
that
the
I haven't done.
excavation soon. I could have it removed, but there's something I like about it. It represents the failures of those who would have destroyed this place, had Fernando and I not rescued it from them. Pelotudos. Their loss is our gain. See if you can salvage an appropriate fan belt.
Well, that's not running anytime soon, is it? Harvest an appropriate fan belt. You think there's going to be a fan belt that's appropriate on there? Any fan belt would have rotted in that thing. I can assure you of that, love.
You got the belt? Re buena. Vamos. Back to the lodge.
Back to the lodge. What, 3.4 kilometres? I ain't flipping walking that. I might just fast travel it. Unless there's a water buffalo around here for me to hunt, I may just fast travel it. But yeah, it's definitely weird on PS4 that every time I log into the game, it completes missions for me that I've never had and I've never done. It's going to be at the stage soon where there aren't going to be any missions left for me to do on the Leighton Lakes Reserve. I don't seem to get money or experience when it completes them. It just says completed. And like I say, there's definitely elements where I've got some missions in my to-do list which were prerequisites for some of the missions that the game says I've now completed. So like the Mr. Bear one, I have yet to... I've still got the mission to go to Mount Kraken and kill a bear, which is one of the earlier missions in that arc. So I have no idea what's going on the PS4 version. I know there was a problem a while back on the PS4 where when you logged, where after the I think it was the update when they fixed the ducks and stuff and nerfed the ducks and a few other bits and bobs. Where basically all your missions reset. Any missions you had done, your whole mission progress completely reset, and you got to do the mission. Basically, you had to start the missions all over again. Doesn't matter what level you was at. When you logged into a reserve, it was like, hey, you've never been here before. Your XP and everything was all the same, and all your equipment that you'd unlocked was fine. But the missions reset. And people were complaining and having a fit about it, and a lot of people were like, okay, you know, Expansive World's like, yeah, we're going to fix this ASAP, we're going to release a hot fix in a day or two that fixes this. So a lot of people were like, quick, spam as many missions as you can, repeat as many missions as you can to get the XP boost and the cash boost from doing so. But I mean, I did a couple, ones that you couldn't like not do, like visit an outpost, unlock a viewing tower, platform, whatever thing, because you know they were just things I was doing anyway as I was playing. You know, harvest an animal. So there was a couple of missions that obviously I did, but I didn't actively go out to like farm missions I'd already done. I figured I'd just wait for the hot fix, and then I kind of like stopped playing anyway. So the hot fix came out, and I hadn't played since that was released, and I hadn't, like I say, I hadn't played since this DLC came out, and yeah, it's all a bit. Where do you want me to go? Back here. All right. No, I'm not. Normally I'd walk it, but I'm not feeling like walking today.
How are your mechanical skills? Can you fix it yourself?
Well, yeah, I am a foreman engineer. Spent 5 years doing an apprenticeship after leaving school. Did me college and university. Where do you want it? Here. There we go. It's 7 o'clock at night now. Where's the day gone? I'm not going to turn the power off.
Mala leche. Yo estoy en el horno.
What's the problem? Retrieve the package from the large...
Tranquila, Carolina, tranquila. This isn't your fault. It's my fault. The silver lining is that now we have no choice but to set up a more sustainable power source. I wanted solar power, but let me tell you, wind turbine salespeople are persistent. This one guy claims he can save me packs of cash. Personally, I don't think there's enough wind here. Neither does Vicente. For the sake of due diligence, can you test this salesman's claims? Collect the wind gauges at the front of the lodge.
Oh. So basically, I'm picking up bloody wind machines. Right.
Set the wind gauges at the locations marked on your hunter mate.
Okay. Right. This video's gone on quite long. I know we haven't exactly got a lot done today, but we've got a bit of cash, so I am going to buy the 44 Magnum. That's right, kids. 44 Magnum. I'm going to drop the 357. Put in the Panther. If I've got any sights. Probably need some ammo for it, don't I? Handgun ammo. Oh, I only got hollow points. Knackers. Bye. Bye. Take 60, then I've got basically 10 reloads, haven't I? And that, I probably will never ever use all 60. Do I have... I don't have the handgun sights. I nearly do. Could put a red Raptor on it, but... not convinced. Rifles? Any rifles? Bolt action. Ooh, Huntsman. Oh, 4570 we could have now. Ooh, that would be an upgrade. From the, we've unlocked the 3338. Ooh. That's not as accurate, though. Choices. We've got choices. Choices galore. And obviously we've got the new, we've unlocked the Argus scope. Have we unlocked any new callers? The Predator one would be distress phone caller. Yes, we need that. Sense. A deer scent. I haven't bought any of that. I don't tend to use a great deal of it. Unlocked. Yeah, we've got scent eliminator. Clothing. I have bought the Gaucho outfit and I am wearing it. You probably can't see that yet. Backpacks. We're a long way from getting that. So we need... what have we got then? We've got Mule Deer Scent Deer Bleak Caller. What's that for? I'll chuck that in because I've got too many things. Too many things. 44 jacketed hollow point bullets. Right, that goes with our new 44 Panther. See, I am a little bit short on space. Mule deer, mule deer. Wish we could see all the animals that covers. Right, anyway, as I was saying, we've reached the end of this episode because it's late. I'm going to have a night's rest here in the lodge. And then we'll go out and set up these wind turbines in the next episode. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you all again very soon. Goodbye.